Hey everyone, today we're diving into a really fascinating question about Iraq's economy. The common story is that it's just stuck in political paralysis, right? But what if the real power to change the country's financial future lies somewhere else entirely?
So let's get right into it. The big question is this: is Iraq's economic progress really being held hostage by its politicians, or is there another major player, kind of operating behind the scenes, who has the real authority to make the big moves? It's time to see what the source material says.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about this idea that's out there, what we're calling the political gridlock myth. This is the belief that pretty much everything in Iraq is stuck until the politicians sort themselves out.
Yeah, the usual argument goes something like this. The current caretaker government can't push through any major financial changes. So the thinking is, nothing significant can really happen until a brand new government is in place. And look, that sounds pretty logical on the surface, but this view is missing a huge piece of the puzzle.
And that missing piece? Well, it's the Central Bank of Iraq. This is where the whole story really pivots away from the politicians and toward financial authority. We're talking about the real power player here.
Our source makes a really bold claim, and I'm quoting it directly here. There's no requirement to have to wait for a new government. I mean, wow, that just completely flips the whole gridlock narrative on its head. So if you don't need a new government to act, then what's the plan?
And here it is. The core argument is that the real power doesn't actually sit with the government. No. Instead, it's with an institution that was literally designed to be independent, the Central Bank of Iraq, or the CBI.
And look, this isn't just someone's opinion, it's written into law. Law number 56 of 2004 gives the CBI full operational independence to manage things like the exchange rate. And here's the real kicker. The government cannot legally tell it what to do or veto its decisions on monetary policy. That law is the very foundation of its power. Now, the CBI isn't just acting on its own in a vacuum. It's got the backing of what the source calls gatekeepers. We're talking about the big international players like the IMF and the World Bank. These organizations have publicly endorsed the CBI's independence, which gives its decisions a ton of legitimacy on the world stage. Okay, so we've established that the central bank is in a position to act, but what's actually happening on the ground? Well, there's a lot of evidence that the foundation for a new, diversified, non-oil economy is already being built as we speak.
Just look at this number for a second. 400%. That is the staggering annual increase in investment in the Kurdistan region since 2019. It's an absolutely massive sign of real economic activity and a huge boost in investor confidence.
And it isn't just in one region either. All across the country, the groundwork is being laid. The currency peg is stable, non-oil revenues are surging. A digital dinar is actually being rolled out. The entire banking sector is being restructured. They're even turning idle government capital into productive assets. The point is, change is already well underway.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. These reforms aren't just happening in their own little silos. It actually looks like they're part of a much bigger, coordinated push toward economic unification between Baghdad and the Kurdistan region.
You can really see it here. Whether you're talking about industry, agriculture, banking, or tourism, both Baghdad and the Kurdistan regional government are pushing for development and investment. It looks like they're moving on parallel tracks, which strongly suggests a deeply integrated national strategy is taking shape. And it's not just economic moves. The political language is shifting too. The source points out this crucial statement from Davos, where the Kurdistan region said it is operating within the framework of the federal Iraq. That is a very clear signal of unity and a move towards shared sovereignty. So, what does this all add up to? You've got an independent central bank, an economy that's diversifying away from oil, and a national strategy that's unifying. According to the source, it all seems to be pointing toward a major shift for the currency. Let's break down the keys to the dinar.
The term the source uses is a managed rear. So what is that? Well, it's basically an adjustment of the exchange rate to reflect the economy's real strength. Things like productivity and trade, not just the crazy ups and downs of oil prices. It's about shifting the dinar from a nominal value to a real asset-backed value.
So let's just put all the pieces together. The path to this adjustment seems pretty clear. Number one, the CBI has the legal power to act. 2, the non-oil economy is showing real signs of readiness. 3, the modern digital tools are already in place. And 4, those international gatekeepers are supportive. All the pieces are on the board, ready to go.
So really, the most crucial takeaway is this: the system is ready. All of this quiet, structural progress has created the perfect conditions for a major adjustment. And the power to pull that trigger doesn't rest with the politicians. It rests with the independent central bank of Iraq.
And that leaves us with one final provocative thought. If the legal authority, the economic foundation, and the international support are all aligned, then maybe the question is no longer if a significant economic change is going to happen, but simply when. Thanks for tuning in.